Hello everyone and welcome to our Now Forum 2020 digital experience. My name is Farah Shamim and I'm a Senior Engagement Manager at Enable Professional Services. COVID-19 has certainly affected all of us. It has affected the way that we work, the way that we live, and the way that we think. The needs for digital transformation have never been greater, and customers are not only looking for a strategic platform, but a reliable partner who will get them to value fast. Today we'll be exploring how Enable has and continues to harness its experience to accelerate time to value and bring innovations to the CSM space, specifically in the industries of telcos and MSPs. I have two guests with me today, Nidhin Jacob, who is the Principal Delivery Manager for the Telco vertical, and Emerson Zabat, who is the Practice Director for Customer Service Experience at Enable. Emerson, tell us a little bit about Enable's experience in CSM and also what you've learned so far.
To date, Enable has successfully completed numerous CSM implementations with small, medium, and large organizations spread across various industries. Looking at these implementations, we have learned that the capabilities each organization needed have been the same, and that was dependent on their customer service maturity. This has allowed us to define a common starting point, but also a roadmap that organizations can follow in their CSM journey.
Emerson, can you tell us a little bit more about that roadmap?
From what we've seen, organizations essentially follow a four-stage maturity roadmap. This starts with establishing foundations where the first customer service capability is introduced. As organizations mature, they move into an integration and transformation stage, which will then open the doors to orchestration that enables high performance. Only after these stages can an organization be fully optimized and self-sustainable. Following this roadmap approach, Enable have come up with an offering that will allow commercial-sized organizations to get into time into value in weeks, not months.
So that sounds pretty prescriptive. Are we saying that we treat every single person and customer the same? Is there one cookie cutter approach here?
Not exactly. It is important, however, to note that the structure must remain the same. Although, there are provisions for customers to be able to load some of their configurations and data. Also, to top it off, we are including entitlements for Enable's case offering as part of this.
That sounds really exciting, and I'm pretty sure a lot of organizations will be chomping at the bit to get involved, especially because they're treated like an individual and not just another number. Now, Emerson, I understand that Enable will continue to innovate and develop products and functionalities. Are you able to give us details around these?
Most definitely. Enable has had the opportunity to work closely with the biggest telcos and MSPs in the APJ region, and a common challenge that have come up to the forefront during our interactions with some of these organizations have been the need to maintain multiple catalog items for a single product, as these products may have different offerings, pricings, and discounts based on the contract of a particular B2B customer. This meant that they needed to maintain multiple catalog items for the same products. This results in high maintenance costs and also a significantly longer time to release these products to the market. Enable has successfully addressed this problem using a dynamically tailored service catalog. To better illustrate, let me show you a quick demo.
The dynamically tailored service catalog is fully compatible to the CSM B2B customer security model. With this capability, organizations will be able to consumerize the B2B customer experience. Any user who may be a customer admin, a partner, or even an agent will be able to see only offerings that are relevant to the company that they intend to place an order for. In the example that I'll be walking you through, we have configured for Boxio to have exclusive access to iPhones, while Samsung phones will be available to everyone. Let me jump into my CSM portal. I am currently logged in as Julie Lewis, and Julie Lewis is an employee of Boxio. As you can see, all of the widgets and information into the portal are currently filtered and showing only stuff relevant to Boxio. We've also added a capability for Julie to be able to see and download PDF bills or that are relevant to the Boxio company. When Julie goes to request for mobile phones, Julie will be able to see only the mobile phones that are entitled for Boxio to be able to order. As you can see here, iPhones and Samsung Galaxies are all available to Boxio. Julie Lewis happens also to be a customer admin for the Boxio account. This meant that she's got access to order on behalf of any of the companies within the Boxio structure. Let me jump and transact on behalf of Boxio USA. By selecting the company picker, all of the widgets have now refreshed and changed into Boxio USA. Another thing that we've also done is to put an ability for certain discounts to be applied at an account level. In this example, we have configured for Boxio USA to receive 50% discounts for the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro. And hence, you now be able to see that the price of these catalog items have now been reduced by 50% to show only $500. This functionality is also going to be available to agents. If I'm going to go back into my instance and this time impersonate an agent by the name of Ashton Turner, Ashton will now also be able to transact on behalf of any company. As you can see, based on the out-of-the-box security model, Ashton has access to any companies within the instance. Let me just go and select a company whereby when we look at the offerings available for this company, we will see that iPhones are no longer available because, as I've mentioned earlier, iPhones have been set up to be exclusive to Boxio only. However, other companies have also been given access to an additional phone, which is the OnePlus, and hence this is now available to this company that we are selecting. With this, organizations will need to configure and maintain only a single catalog item, irrespective of the number of customer accounts subscribed to the product. These offerings, discounts, and pricing will be automatically updated in the portal. Any changes or updates are easily configurable without any need for coding, thereby significantly reducing the costs associated with the maintenance and the time to release these products.
Wow, this is great. The solution with dynamic catalogs would make life so much easier for so many customers. I've come across this situation though several times where telcos and MSPs leverage the use of third parties or even offshore-based agents. How do Enable deal with the situation that out of the box, the level of customer data is similar? So organizations like governments where they require an extra level of security. How does Enable address this requirement?
Great question, Farah. In fact, that's something that has been brought up quite a few times during our conversations with the customers. Enable has developed what we call the Custom Security Framework, or CSF, to address this issue. Let me explain further what it does. The Custom Security Framework, or CSF, has been designed to give organizations an easily configurable way of managing the access of their different service providers to customer data. To elaborate this further, in a typical environment, an organization's employees would be granted access to the data of all the companies. However, that may not be the case with the service providers. For instance, one service provider may have access to the data related to one set of companies, whereas another service provider would be expected to have access to data related to another set of companies. To allow organizations to achieve this setup, we have made this configurable in ServiceNow by allowing organizations to easily map the service provider to one or many companies whose data they should have access to. The custom security framework has all the smarts built in to control the visibility of the data based on this configuration.
Enable seem to be leading the way with all of these great innovations and great solutions for MSPs and telcos. I mean, there must be so much more though. Can you tell us what else is coming up?
Enable realizes that we are living in a particularly disruptive era and every business needs to innovate. However, innovation is not, as some would have us believe, just about moving fast and breaking things. It's about solving the problems you have to create a better future. We at Enable are working closely with our customers and ServiceNow to innovate and thereby pragmatically address some of the issues that we have noticed in the telco space. Enable is currently focused on delivering some exciting new offerings as part of the roadmap for telco customers. The first offering that we are quite excited about is the CMDB content pack for telcos. One of the issues that we often see when working with our customers is that each customer has got their own CMDB structure when it comes to setting up CIs and relationship for telco specific CIs. This becomes a major pain point when we try to get the customer instances to talk to each other, as the CMDB structure will be radically different even though they are providing similar services. Based on our experience delivering some of the largest programs for telcos in the region, we are harnessing that IP to come up with a CMDB content pack for telcos that would include telco specific CI classes and their relationships. Customers can leverage this content pack to set up a standardized CMDB for telco CIs. Along with the CMDB content pack, Enable will also be offering a content pack for the virtual agent conversations for the telco customers. We have often noticed that customers along specific industry verticals are hesitant to explore the virtual agent functionality due to the effort involved in drawing up the conversations around some of their most common use cases. To address this concern, Enable is using the experience in the industry to develop virtual agent conversations around specific telco use cases like service provisioning, tracking the status of service transitions, activation of roaming services, and much more. We believe this is going to make it easier and faster for telco customers to realize the benefits of implementing virtual agent in their organizations.